Cancer, what I'm about to tell you is going to make you cry tears of joy. You're about to hit the jackpot. And I'm not just talking about money, though, yes, significant money is coming. I'm talking about everything: a new home, more money, real stability, and happiness. Oh my God, the happiness. You don't even realize yet how happy you're about to be. You can't even imagine it right now because you've been in struggle mode for so long that you've forgotten what true, deep, sustainable happiness even feels like. But you're about to remember. You're about to experience it. You're about to live it daily. If you're watching this right now, the universe has brought you here because you need to know, you need to prepare, you need to understand that your entire life is about to upgrade in ways that will leave you speechless. Your living situation, your financial situation, your emotional state, your daily experience of being alive, all of it is about to become so much better. So breathe with me too, because what I'm seeing for you is going to restore your faith in life, in the universe, in yourself. You're about to be so happy and you don't even realize it yet. First, let me tell you about this new home because this is significant. For some of you, this is literally a new house, a new apartment, a new place to live. And it's not just any place. It's better than where you are now. Much better. More space, better location, more beautiful, more yours. A place where you feel safe, peaceful, happy. A place that actually feels like home. For others, new home is more energetic. You're finally going to feel at home in your life, in your body, in your circumstances. That feeling of being settled, of belonging, of this is it, this is where I'm supposed to be, this is my life, and it feels good. But for most of you, it's both physical upgrade to your living situation and emotional experience of finally feeling at home in your life. And this new home represents more than just walls and a roof. It represents stability, security, a foundation, something solid you can build on. After feeling unstable for so long, after not knowing where you'd be or how you'd make it work, you're about to have ground under your feet, stability that lets you breathe. Amen. I need to pause because I'm getting emotional. Some of you have been homeless or housing insecure or living in situations that weren't safe or healthy or staying places temporarily or with people who made you feel unwelcome. And the stress of that has been crushing. And now you're getting your home, your place, your stability, and it's going to feel like the universe finally remembered you. Now, let me tell you about the money because this is the jackpot part. Significant money is coming, not just a little extra. Significant amounts that change your financial reality. This could be a major windfall from an unexpected source. A new job with substantially higher pay, a business breakthrough with serious revenue, an investment paying off massively, an inheritance or settlement, multiple income streams converging, a deal closing that brings in big money you've been waiting for finally arriving. Whatever the source, we're talking about money that makes you say what when you see the amount. Money that makes you check again because you can't believe it's real. Money that gives you options, that eliminates stress, that creates freedom. And here's what's beautiful. This money isn't just a one-time thing. It's the beginning of financial stability, of having a solid foundation of not just surviving, but thriving. This jackpot creates momentum, opens more financial doors, establishes you in a completely different financial bracket. And the stability. Oh, the stability after years of instability, of not knowing, of uncertainty, of things being up in the air, of stress and anxiety about whether you'd be okay. That's ending. You're entering a period of solid, reliable, sustainable stability where you can make plans because you have a foundation to plan from, where you can breathe because you're not constantly in survival mode, where you can relax because you know you're okay. This stability shows up in financial stability, consistent income, savings, security, not paycheck to paycheck anymore, housing stability, a place that's yours, that you can stay in, that's reliable, emotional stability, peace of mind, less anxiety, feeling grounded, relationship stability, solid connections, reliable people, support systems, career stability, a position or business that's sustainable that you can build on after so much chaos, so much instability, so much uncertainty, stability finally. But here's what gets me the most: the happiness. You don't even realize how happy you're about to be. Because right now, you're still in the mindset of struggle, of stress, of just trying to make it through each day. You've been in that mode so long that you've forgotten what it's like to wake up excited to go through your day, grateful to end your day, satisfied, but you're about to experience happiness that's consistent. Not just happy moments, happy days, happy weeks, happy life. Not surface happiness, but deep soul level contentment. Sustainable, not fleeting, not dependent on circumstances, staying perfect, just solid happiness. You're going to catch yourself smiling randomly, feeling grateful out of nowhere, thinking, I love my life. And it's going to surprise you every time. You're going to wake up one morning, maybe a few months from now, and realize, oh my God, I'm happy, like genuinely, deeply, consistently happy. And you're going to cry because you didn't know if you'd ever feel this way. And now you do. That's what I mean when I say you don't even realize how happy you'll be. You can't realize it yet because you're not there yet, but you're about to be there. And it's going to be beautiful. Before I reveal the cards, let me tell you why all of this is happening now. You've endured enough. The universe has watched you struggle, fight, survive, persist, and it's saying enough. You've proven yourself, now receive your reward. You're ready for stability. You have the maturity now, the wisdom, the capacity to handle stability without self-destructing, to keep what you're given. Divine timing has arrived. Everything had to align. The home had to be available. The money had to be positioned. The opportunities had to be ready. And now they are all at once. You deserve this. Not because you suffered enough, but because you're worthy. You've always been worthy. And now you're receiving what you've always deserved. Your purpose requires it. Where you're going next, what you're meant to do, your calling. It requires you to be stable, secure, happy. So the universe is providing the foundation. Now let me show you exactly what the cards reveal about this jackpot. New home, money, stability, and happiness coming to you. The first card we have here is the Four of Wands. Perfect. The Four of Wands is literally the home card, the celebration card, the stability card. This card shows someone who has arrived, who has their home, who's celebrating because they've reached a significant milestone. This is your card right now. The Four of Wands speaks of foundation and stability, of having something solid to build on, of feeling secure, of knowing you're okay. This is what you're stepping into. This card also represents celebration. When this manifests, when you get the home, when the money comes, when the stability arrives, you're going to want to celebrate, and you should. This is worth celebrating. This is major. The Four of Wands promises harmony and peace. Your life becomes harmonious, not perfect, but balanced, peaceful, good, stable in a way that lets you finally breathe. The second card in this reading is the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God. The Ten of Pentacles is the jackpot card, the ultimate wealth and stability card, the You've Made It card. This confirms everything. The money, the home, the stability, the wealth, it's all coming. The Ten of Pentacles speaks of generational wealth and stability. Not just enough for now, enough for your future, enough to build legacy, enough to change your family's trajectory. This is serious money and stability. This card also represents family and home, your home situation improving, family relationships healing or strengthening, creating a foundation that supports you and potentially your family for years to come. The Ten of Pentacles promises lasting prosperity. This isn't temporary. This isn't a brief windfall that disappears. This is sustainable. This is the foundation of long-term wealth and security. The third card we have here is the Sun. Yes, the Sun is the happiness card, the joy card, the everything is amazing card. This card confirms that yes, you're about to be so happy, happier than you can currently imagine. The sun speaks of pure joy, childlike happiness, uncomplicated delight. You're going to feel good, really, truly, deeply good about your life, about yourself, about your future. This card also represents success and recognition, things working out, being seen, being celebrated. Your success is going to be visible. People are going to see your glow up and celebrate with you. The sun promises clarity and confidence. You're going to know you're on the right path. You're going to feel confident in yourself and your life. You're going to walk differently, live differently, shine. You see these three cards together, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Sunday. This is home and stability, ultimate wealth, and pure happiness. This is the jackpot. This is your new life. This is everything and it's real. Now, let me tell you specifically what this looks like and when it's happening. The new home, specifically for some you're buying or moving into a new place within the next few months, you're already looking or about to start looking. And when you find the place, you're going to know it's going to feel right. And somehow it's going to work out. The money, the approval, the timing, it works. For others, your current situation is upgrading significantly. Renovations, changes, improvements that make it feel like a new home even though you're in the same place. For others, you're moving to a new city or area, a fresh start, a new environment, and it's going to feel like coming home in a way your current place never did. Whatever your specific situation, your housing is about to improve dramatically, better, safer, more beautiful, more yours, more home. The money specifically amounts. For some, we're talking five figures, 10K, 20K, 50K plus. For others, six figures, 100K plus. For some, it's multiple smaller amounts adding up to significant total, but significant life-changing jackpot money sources. Job offer or promotion with much higher salary, business breakthrough with serious revenue, investment paying off, legal settlement or inheritance, deal closing, multiple streams converging, unexpected windfall from forgotten source timing. Some of you see money movements within weeks, others within a few months. But this year, before year end, significant money manifesting the jackpot hitting impact. This money pays off debt, funds the home, creates savings, allows investments, gives you options, changes your financial reality from stressed to stable. The stability, specifically financial stability. Within months, your financial stress is gone. You have consistent income, savings, building, bills paid easily, financial breathing room, housing stability. You have a place that's yours or feels like yours. You're not wondering where you'll be. You're not stressed about housing. You're settled. Emotional stability. The anxiety that's been your constant companion, it decreases dramatically. You feel grounded, calm, peaceful, stable inside. Life stability. Your routines become pleasant instead of stressful. Your days become enjoyable instead of survival. Your life becomes stable instead of chaotic. The happiness, what it looks like. You wake up without dread, actually looking forward to your day. That alone is revolutionary. You move through your day without constant anxiety. You're present, engaged, actually enjoying things. You look at your home and feel proud, grateful, happy. It's yours. It's beautiful. It feels like home. You check your account and smile instead of panic because there's money there, security there, breathing room there. You interact with people from a place of abundance instead of depletion. You're generous, warm, open because you're happy. You go to bed satisfied, grateful, at peace, not stressed about tomorrow, just content with today. And this becomes your new normal. Not occasional good days, consistently good life. Timing people. When does this happen? Already in motion. The wheels are already turning behind the scenes. Things are being arranged. People are being positioned. Opportunities are being created. It's happening. Within next few months, major manifestations. The home situation resolving, the money arriving, the stability establishing, visible changes in your life. By end of year, you're living the new reality in the new home or upgraded situation with the financial stability, experiencing the happiness. The transformation is complete. Strong energy around spring and summer for home changes, fall for financial windfalls, but honestly, something significant could happen anytime in the coming months. How to prepare for the home? Start looking if you're moving, even if you don't think you can afford it yet. Look, visualize, clear clutter in your current space. Make room energetically for the new. Save what you can for moving costs, deposits, etc., even small amounts. Visualize yourself in your new home. Feel what it feels like. Prepare your energy for the money. Open a savings account if you don't have one. Have somewhere to put the money when it comes. Make a plan. What will you do with significant money? Debt, savings, investment, home. Plan now. Release guilt about receiving. You deserve this. Prepare to receive without guilt. Stay alert to opportunities. The money might come through doors you need to walk through. For the stability, release the expectation of chaos. Start expecting ease, expecting things to work out. Create routines that support stability, even small ones. Prepare your life for stability. Heal your relationship with security. Let yourself trust that you can have it. For the happiness, start practicing gratitude now for what you have. Gratitude attracts more. Do small things that bring joy now. Don't wait for circumstances to be perfect. Believe you deserve to be happy. Really believe it. Your belief creates capacity. I'm picking up something very specific. For some of you, there's a moment coming, a specific moment where it all clicks, where you're sitting in your new home, or you see the money in your account, or you wake up one morning and you just realize, oh my God, I'm happy. My life is good. I made it. And you're going to cry. Not sad tears, relief tears, gratitude tears. I can't believe this is my life. Tears, that moment is coming within months, and it's going to be one of the most beautiful moments of your entire life. For others, the realization will be more gradual. You'll slowly notice you're less stressed, more peaceful, happier, and one day you'll look around and think, when did my life become so good? And you'll smile. Either way, the realization is coming and it's going to be sweet. What your life looks like 1 year from now. You're in a home you love that feels like yours, where you feel safe and happy and peaceful. Your bank account is healthy. You have savings. You have security. Money stress is gone or drastically reduced. Your days are good, enjoyable, peaceful. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, living. You're surrounded by good people, relationships that support you, love you, celebrate you. You're happy, like genuinely, deeply, consistently happy in a way you almost forgot was possible. And when you think back to this moment, when you were watching this video, stressed and uncertain, you're going to be so grateful you held on. So grateful you didn't give up, because look at your life now. Look at what you get to live. That's your future. That's what's coming. That's what's ahead. Here's what I need you to know at the deepest level. You're not going to believe how good your life is about to get. You can't believe it yet because you're still in the mindset of struggle and survival. But in a few months, when you're living the upgraded life, when you're in the new home, when you're seeing the money, when you're feeling the happiness, you're going to think back to this moment and you're going to think, they were right. I had no idea how happy I would be. I couldn't even imagine this. And now I'm living it. That moment is coming. That realization is coming. That life is coming for you. Jackpot, new home, more money, real stability and happiness beyond what you can currently imagine. It's all coming. It's all for you. And you don't even realize yet how good your life is about to become. If this message made you cry, if you felt hope surge through you, if you started to believe that maybe finally things are going to be okay, that's confirmation. This is real. This is happening. This is your future. Share this with someone who needs to hear that their struggle is ending, that their breakthrough is coming, that happiness, home, money, and stability are on the way. Thank you for surviving the hard times. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for holding on, because now you get your reward, your jackpot, your new home, your stability, your happiness. You don't even realize how happy you'll be, but you're about to find out. And it's going to be